What's up, everybody? It is Kelby, joined by Drew. We are here for the culture episode today. What is going on?
Another great day for culture.
Culture. All right, so we have went through 7 core values of the 10. Today we are on number 8, and number 8 is active awareness. Awareness without action keeps you stagnant. Action without awareness buries you deeper. Becoming aware is step 1. Then taking action allows you to spend less time in the negative cycle. Become aware, make a plan, attack, and repeat. I think this one's huge. Self-awareness is massive, and there's a lot to it that we can unpack. But the active awareness part there is, 1, becoming self-aware. Let's give an example. If you're on the couch on a Saturday afternoon depressed, and you just keep thinking these cycles of, I'm worried about this, worried about that, worried about the past, I regret saying this or doing that, and just you're sitting there. Step 1 is becoming self-aware of that and stopping yourself and being like, okay, let's stop this situation here. And now the next step is taking action. If whether that's getting up off the couch and going to take a walk, or going to play with your kids, or going out and just doing something, that's the action part. But overall, just for business and stuff, is becoming aware and make a plan. What do you got? Anything to add to that?
This one, I feel like I could really go on a rant about, but I'm not going to because it's just going to take up too much time. I feel like this is one that is really hard to get across people, because, if you look at the world nowadays and see how many people are just so unaware of their surroundings and what's going on in the world, and it's just so dangerous. And I feel like this, for me, this is the biggest one. Just because, it can affect you physically and mentally at the same time. It's very dangerous not to be self-aware of your surroundings, of who you are, of who you're acting like, and who you're trying to be, or if you're drinking too much alcohol, or if you're on drugs. Just being self-aware is just like, it can really affect your life and affect the people around you, and it's very, very scary.
That's great points, and I think a number one symptom of realizing that someone is not self-aware of their actions or their words or their thoughts is they blame everyone and everything else around them for their circumstances. I'm sorry to say it, but everything in your life is your fault. Every decision, every thought, every word, every action you've taken in your life, overall, every decision you've taken and made, is the result is what you are right now. No one's made you do anything you've had to do. Maybe as a kid or anything like that. Yes, we can give a grace period as a kid. But after that, once you leave that house and that environment that you've been around your whole life, every decision after that, that's where you're at. You're the product of those decisions, or where you're at in life. So you were the only one to blame. You were literally the only one to blame. So stop there. Let's cut the show. It's your fault. So once you can accept that, become self-aware of that, and now let's make a plan. If you don't like where you're at in life, you have complete control of, that's the thing. A key word is control. You are in complete control when you are aware. When you accept responsibility and stop blaming everyone and everything else around you, you are in control. So make a plan, lay it out detailed, and start taking action on it.
There are a lot of things that we don't have control over, though. Say you have a green light and someone runs that and hits you. There's nothing much you can do about that. But
you can, though. How you react. You're in complete control of how you react. Are you going to sit there and say, "Oh, it's their fault. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to sue them. I'm going to and just make your life that much more miserable"? I know what you're saying.
That's where
I get what you're saying.
I wasn't coming off of the point of me not knowing the answer. I'm coming off of the point of people going to ask that exact same question, like, what if this happens to me? Okay, so go from what happened, okay, that it happened. Now what are you going to do about it? Are you going to blame those people, or are you going to move forward?
I cut you off, sorry.
No, you're fine. But that's something, I get what you're saying. I feel like that's something a lot of people are going to ask questions about. Well, maybe they won't because they don't really listen to this. But
you know what's crazy, and this is going to trigger a lot of people? I think I've said this before, but I don't believe in the word accident. I think it's a crutch word, and it's overused, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
There may be a few instances where something is a complete accident.
Like Mother Nature.
But you make this, like I said, your decisions. You wake up, if you're on that drive and someone hits you, you made the choice to be there. Why? You can't blame anybody else. You can't. That person can take responsibility of the choice that they made, but you made the choice to accept that risk per se.
Yeah.
We're taking risk all day, every day, waking up and getting out of bed.
Yeah.
But that's the whole part of growing and moving throughout life and learning, is taking the risk, doing the hard stuff, putting yourself, and people don't realize that. That's the part of becoming aware. And the more you do that, the more you're going to grow. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Yes, people can't control that. It's more and more I move on in life is like I'm in control of everything. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to, I mean, yes, wrong time. I was in that spot, maybe, but I don't know. I just think everything happens for a reason. I guess, is that more of a coincidence? I think you either have to believe coincidence or you have to believe God.
I guess it's really hard. Most of the population, 90% of it is in that gray area of like why bad things happen to good people.
Because we don't think.
Yeah.
We're not using our brains. Like, think about it. We are disabled. Internet, phones,
sinners,
everything. We are controlled.
Yeah.
We don't have control. The little phone you hold in your face is in control of you.
Yeah.
People don't. We maybe use, I've heard maybe 10% of our brains now.
Yeah.
Think back, we can get into conspiracies and all that crap, but how did people build pyramids? I feel like they used their brains a lot more back long years ago, because we didn't have all these. We weren't handicapped by the convenience of a phone. Mm-hmm. But now we're not in control unless you become aware and start realizing what's going on and what they're trying to do. And I'm saying who is it? I don't know. I don't know who's in control, but we're not. But you can become in control of your thoughts and your actions and your emotions. That's the whole point. Becoming aware of that, self-aware of you're not happy where you're at in life, and you can change it.
Even they said data said that we have shorter attention spans than a goldfish nowadays. So I feel like a lot of people are just NPCs living life and just not aware of their surroundings, and then they blame whatever happens on everyone else, and then
100%. I could go into this.
There's a big rabbit hole about this, and
it's an endless cycle. It's that NPC. It's an endless cycle. I have written down here of just you're unaware. When you're unaware, you're in an endless cycle that you can change. You just have to do it.
No one's gonna change it for you either. That's the hardest part. Is it's so frustrating when you see people and you give them every example of why they're not aware and they don't change. You just can't force them to become aware. Things have to happen to them for them to be aware.
Yeah. Hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know. You hear a lot of those stories that hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
You don't have to hit rock bottom. Again, we're not on here trying to say we know everything and trying to say that we're great at all this. Cause I'll never be to where no one will be. Who knows where the full potential is at, but we're trying to give tips that actually have helped us, and we've read about them or seen them and seen others. We live off other people's experiences, and that's what you guys need to do right here. Our workers, our employees, do that right now, right here. Listen to this and hear, I got to become self-aware. If I don't like where I'm at, if I'm unhappy, if I'm depressed, if I'm anxious, no, it's not go get medicine. No, it's not go see the doctor, because that's part of that system per se. It's they want us to eat their food. They want us to eat or take the medicine. It's just an endless cycle of unaware. Become aware, bringing the awareness to you right now. Stop. You can change it. Literally, you can change it. Don't think you're in this hole forever. It's just becoming self-aware, making the plan, and going forward with it. And we're just trying to provide a tool that can help you with that. So,
not just life, but at work too.
Everything.
Yeah.
Definitely. What's a good example at work? We deal with the VA hospitals. Any client really is. They want what they want, and we need to do it to make money. It's plain and simple. So if we're not doing something that they don't like, or if they're not getting us something, an answer that we want to get us, it's just a back and forth. And we can sit there and talk about it and get mad about it and stressed about it, or we can say, okay, hold on, what can I do differently? Am I in control of what can I control and what can I not control? Like you said, we can't control other circumstances, other people. We can't control them. We can't make them do something or say something, but we can control how we react, what we do, how proactive we are. Because being aware is being in control and being proactive.
Even if we, get rid of phones and be more aware of our surroundings, there's a lot of prevention that can happen of these situations.
It's simply just how you think.
Right.
Because it's that chain. your thoughts, this is how you create a belief system. Your thoughts control your emotions. So what you think, you feel off of that emotion, and then you act off of that emotion.
Yeah.
And then you come back around and it just creates a belief pattern. And we were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, is that you have a gap in between the thought and the emotion. So you right there can become self-aware and stop yourself. It takes practice. You can get good at it and you can change it. And then you have that second gap between the emotion and the action. So it's just overall become aware of how you feel. If you don't like where you're at in life, if you don't like a result that you're getting in life, become self-aware of it, change it. You are in complete control of changing it. So, I mean, we're almost to the point of beating a dead horse, but it's self-awareness.
But that's huge. The thing. I feel like everyone, you could repeat it over and over and over again, and people just won't understand. Because
they're comfortable. Yeah. They think they're comfortable. I mean, I've been in those cycles of just, still to this day, I still get down and don't want to do anything, and I sit there and I feel sorry for myself and I become a victim because this, and this happened, and now I'm thinking about it. So now I'm feeling that way, and now I'm acting that way. So I think about the issue. I feel down. I feel useless. I feel hopeless. So I sit on the couch and I just act like a baby, basically. When I could get up and start going, and when I go to the gym, I snap right out of it.
Yeah.
So taking the action, whether it's working out, whether it's taking action towards a task that you need to get done, doing stuff around the house, you're going to feel better.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it works. Like, it's so simple, but people feel like they're in this comfort, and we can talk, it's the world, the devil. I mean, that's what they want. This is what it's made for.
Yeah.
Pursuing greatness and excellence and God and all this stuff is hard, but the result is greater than what you're getting right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but there's a lot of people who need something to happen to them to become aware. I think I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, but I saw a guy the other day who just got told he had stage 4 terminal cancer, and he said, "Well, I guess it's time to start living life." I'm just like, why haven't you been living life since you were born?
Yeah.
Like, why does it take something to now be aware of your life ending?
And it's hard.
Yeah.
Because in those moments, people are like, "Oh yeah, man, shoot." Like, you hear that. Do you want to be in your deathbed sitting there as an old person thinking, "Wow, I could have done this, this, and this"? You hear that. And for myself, I've heard that before, and I'm like, dang, no, I don't want to do that. But then it's like the awareness clicked, but the action part has to come in. That's why it's active awareness. Yeah. You can become aware of that.
Yeah.
That, no, I don't want to be sitting in my deathbed as an old person thinking, I could have done this, this, and this. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? With all those regrets that you're going to take with you to the grave. They say the richest people, the richest organization is the cemetery, because people take all those ideas and all those thoughts to the grave with them. So now that second part is taking action. That is why we have core value number 8, active awareness.
Yeah.
Dang, I feel like I just slid that right in, ended it right there. You got anything to add?
No, I guess one last thing is, I guess people are going to be asking or wondering how to be aware or how to take that active step. I would just say put down your phone and look around, because I think we're so blind to everything around us. And I mean, look at your coworkers. Are they upset with you, or you're just so blind to your phone all the time? Just put it down.
It's the intention. Yeah. I kind of explained with this active awareness, you can't have one without the other. You can't be unaware and just start taking action on something. That's like throwing darts at a dartboard, hoping you hit a bullseye. You can't do that. You have to, and then you can't be aware. We've already explained that. You can't just be aware and hope for something to change without taking the action.
Yeah, that's miserable.
So you have to have, it's step 1, self-awareness. Step 2 is taking the action.
Yeah.
I mean, make a plan in between there, but if you're aware of what you want versus what you don't want, you can start taking action towards what you want. It's so simple to say. It's easier said than done, obviously, but that's where it is. Just, I mean,
be aware of what's holding you back.
Literally comes down to you.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's going to make you do it. No one's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
So it's on you. And this all stems back to just the moment you wake up, it's you versus you.
Start becoming aware before something makes you aware.
Yeah. We don't want to hit that rock bottom moment where you're just like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Like, any moment life could be taken away from you. We've witnessed that.
Yeah. Happens every
everybody
day.
Witnesses that.
Yeah.
At any moment, done.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's start taking action. Become aware, start taking action. So I appreciate everybody listening. We've got 2 core values to go, and then we're just going to start going into just open discussion about some of these, tying them all together, just whatever topic. But we really need some engagement. We really need people asking questions, giving us some comments, we're here to help, and we're also here to learn. So just ask questions on the YouTube channel. Send Drew or I an email. It's Drew or Kelby at armcorpinc.com, ARMCORPINC.com. And we have the 3 formats. We're trying to get a couple more employees to get on here to talk about their jobs, but we've kind of covered most of them. So we'll see about that. We might add another format or another show, but right now our 2 main ones is Learn from Tim and the culture episode. So engage.
Yeah. You don't even have to ask questions. Just tell us what you like and what you don't like. And
if we need to add, if you have an idea for a show.
Yeah.
So okay. Cool.
Yep.
What do you got?
Share the show so we can grow.
Boom.